Welcome back. Well, one of the fun things when I encounter folks at Target or at the fair or whatever, people ask about new shows that I'm watching and what I recommend. And this weekend I got the chance to stream a new show on HBO Max. It was actually recommended to me within a few hours by three people. Three people in different parts of my life. And I thought, okay, now then you got to do something. If three people tell you, you got to do something. And it's about one of the biggest names ever in food. Look.
I've had a recurring thought that I'd like to propose to you. An educational cooking show hosted by myself.
Feels flimsy to me. This is public television, for God's sake.
Shouldn't we go with someone with a more camera-friendly look and a less distinctive sound?
You were onto something so big. I'm just sorry that my colleagues don't have the vision to see it yet.
Where are these gentlemen? One of the advantages of looking like me is that you learn at a young age how not to take no for an answer. I don't know if I can do all this.
Doing this is genius.
Action.
Julia follows the life of course, Julia Child, and the creation of her groundbreaking TV cooking show. This is great for a variety of reasons. Number one, the acting, David Hyde Pierce, and now her name, I just had her name on the tip of my tongue, but the great British actress who plays Julia, who, unless you are a big fan of British television, she's probably new to a lot of folks in American audiences. You really believe that she's Julia Child. Bebe Neuwirth is in the show as well. And what's fascinating is, and I always love, it's really at its root an underdog story. It's a woman who TV executives didn't have really any faith in. Her TV career started, she made an appearance on a very fancy reading, like a book show. And she ended up, and this is what I love, her TV career basically started with a hot plate. Mm-hmm. She was doing this interview and she brought a hot plate that she borrowed from the employee at the TV station that really championed her. Because so let me finish the hot plate. So she brought the hot plate out, and instead of doing the stuffy interview, she made a French omelet.
Right there.
With two chairs, and there was an interview segment, and it launched her, and she became so accessible and really became likable. And TV executives were like, oh, she doesn't, she's not, and I'm just using, she's not pretty enough. She's very basic looking. But what those boneheads didn't realize was all of the things they thought were negatives, net negatives, were all a positive. Mm-hmm. The audience loved her. Mm-hmm. And you fall in love with her in this story. And you know what I didn't expect? I fell in love with the relationship between her and her husband. When you think of Julia Child, you think of
just her. You
think of Julia pouring ample amounts of wine into a pot roast, or sticking her hand into a chicken. Mm-hmm. But you don't think of her as, and this is weird to say, as a sexual being.
Right.
But seeing her in her loving marriage and her very supportive marriage, that was an added bonus that I didn't expect in Julia. And I really, for that reason and 17 others, this is, my word, delightful.
Okay.
Delightful.
I had heard, the only feedback I heard that was people were surprised by was what you just brought up, that she cursed sometimes, and there was like a couple sexual innuendos, but apparently in real life, she was like, she
was a broad. She could be a broad.
Yeah.
Sarah Lancashire is the actress that plays. Amazing.
It looks good.
Go, seriously, TV friends, go finish our show. Don't stop watching, please. We have 20 more minutes. But then go watch Julia tonight. Let me know what you think.
I think I'm going to put it on my list.
I think you should. You would really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's on HBO Max. Speaking of streaming services, 4 episodes are out. We're going to take a break. We're opening up the mailbag and much more when we return right after this. It's so good. And something fell. Oh, the top of my pencil.